This is the Rock and Metal Faith Podcast.
With electric guitars, the heavens shake through every riff, our souls awake. This is rock and metal faith. The thunder roars, his name is praised. Through light and dark, his love will fade. Forever loud, rock and metal faith.
Welcome to the Rock and Metal Faith Podcast, where it's all about the rock that doesn't roll, where we rock for the king, especially in this episode. We're all about the Christian rock and metal, from the classics to the new bands. I'm your host, Aaron Hancock, usually joined by co-host Chris Plamondon. This is the bonus episode for February, and those I usually been doing on my own. So I'm flying solo for this episode. Maybe I'll get Chris to join us one of these times. And like we started last month there, we're going to add to the bonus episodes. For those who've just joined us, just started following us, every month we'll try and put out a couple main episodes. And then the start of the month, I'm going to try and get out a bonus episode. We started those, and the bonus was usually all about the birthdays, celebrity birthdays for that month. I've started adding to them, talking about some bands. And we're just going to do a quick overview, brief history, maybe briefly talk about the albums, and then get into the birthdays. This month, I want to focus on the band Barren Cross. Very considered one of the influential classic Christian rock bands. Broke on the scene in the early 80s. They were formed in LA in 1983. The band consisted of Ray Paris on guitar, Steve Whittaker on drums. Later, Jim Laverde came on bass, and on vocals they had Michael Drive, sometimes known as Mike Lee, on vocals. They released an independent release EP called Believe in 85, quickly gained attention, and then released their full-length debut, Rock for the King, in 1986. After that, they signed with Enigma and released Atomic Arena, State of Control. Oh, they've released a couple of records after that as well. They released Rattle Your Cage in 1994, which is the last kind of studio record they had for a while. Birth Pains Live in 2013. And there was another one that came out. I can't remember the name of it right now. Anyways, Barren Cross has been compared to Iron Maiden, mainly because Michael's voice is a lot like Bruce Dickinson's. Once again, a lot of these bands don't like the comparison to the mainstream bands. I think at times the guitars also sound like Iron Maiden as well. Their signature sound was very traditional heavy metal with strong melodies, powerful vocals, also compared to Queensryche, Striper as well, besides Iron Maiden. If you don't know much about Barren Cross and want to check them out, check out the songs Imaginary Music, Rock for the King, and Out of Time. Unfortunately, the first album, Rock for the King, isn't available anymore on any of the streaming sites, so it's going to be kind of hard to find. We got a long list of birthdays to get to in February, so we'll get on to that now. For birthdays, we're starting with John Schlitt, born February 3rd, 1950. He's a big name in the Christian scene. You should know who he is, and if you don't know, he's the longtime vocalist for Petra. Took over from their Greg Voltz in the early 80s and has been their vocalist ever since. Also, February 3rd, we have Christian Ledgegren, who does vocals for Narnia. He was with the band for most of the band's career. Narnia is still going strong. In fact, we just did a episode for Narnia, history of and our favorite songs. So if you haven't heard that, go back and check out that, talking about Narnia. February 4th, we have Trent Thompson, who did keyboards for Petra, just for the one album, Double Take, in 1999, and the tour then in 2000. And Trent Thompson was born in 1972, so just and also February 4th, we have legendary rocker turned Christian, the shock rocker himself, Alice Cooper, born in 1948. He is a born again Christian, very outspoken about his faith, even though he still carries on with his usual stage show. No judgment here. Hey, I like Alice's music. He did actually release some very Christian type songs, albums. Check out The Last Temptation. Check out Brutal Planet. Heavy stuff, but some very good songs lyrically. February 7th, we have a death anniversary. Damian Percy, who played drums for Mortification, died in 2018. And another death anniversary, February 9th, 2009, we had the Rick Macias, who played keys with Sacred Warrior, passed away 2009, February 9th. Also, and this just happened last year, another death day for the Christian rock world. February 11th, Tony Ortiz, who played guitar with Ransom. Ransom, if you're not sure who they were a hard rock band, female fronted. And check out the song of theirs, Lasting Love. Great song. They weren't around for too long. As far as I know, only released 2 albums. But that was Ransom. February 15th, we have a anniversary of a Striper release, the Covering from Striper in 2011. This was a covers record. All the songs on there were covers featuring songs that the band grew up listening to. Some interesting takes. They did covers by Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Van Halen, just to name a few. So check out that. The Covering by Striper. February 16th, another death anniversary from the band Galactic Cowboys. Johnny Simmons, who did drums for them, died last year, 2025. All right. I'm not a huge fan of Galactic Cowboys. If you are, well, keep Johnny Simmons in your memory. February 17th, Andreas Olsson, who was a former bass player for Narnia and has also played with Rob Rock, born in 1978. February 8th, another death day. Jeez, I think we got more deaths than birthdays in February. This is looking out to be kind of a somber month, actually. But February 18th, Chris Hyde, who was the drummer for Holy Soldier. I think after their prime, after their heyday, he was with Holy Soldier. He's also done drums for Deliverance and Vengeance. And he passed away in 2015. Chris Hyde. February 19th, a little happier times. We get to celebrate the birthday of Seth Morrison, who's done guitars with Skillet since 2013. and he's born 1988. A couple legends coming up. February 22nd, Jeff Moore, of the legendary Jeff Moore and the Distance, born 1961. And February 24th, and a death anniversary of one of the pioneers of Christian rock, Larry Norman, died in 2008. If you don't know any of Larry Norman's music, check out Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music and The Rock That Doesn't Roll. That's it for birthdays, anniversaries, death days for the month of February. This is Aaron Hancock signing off for the Rock and Metal Faith Podcast.